Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I decided after teaching today that I would do another video on synthetic substitution. Okay, some of you I notice are shying away from it. Yeah, I know I'm asking a lot, but I want you to take another look at the process with me. Okay, so here I have a quadratic. Now, I picked simple values, guys. None of those values, okay, are the vertex. Okay, keep that in mind. There's not going to be any symmetry in my table as we've been doing all week in class, okay? This is just a straightforward quadratic that we have here. We're not graphing. I'm just completing a table, okay? So, first of all, let's do it traditionally, okay, as I call old school, right? So, for example, let's take the 2 right there. I'm going to plug it in, the equation, like we normally do there and there, okay? So let's see what we get here. I'll have -3, and I'm going to plug in the 2, correct? Square it, plus 5 times 2, right? Minus 6. Okay? So again, a little messy there. Let me clean that up. But, so see how I just plugged in the 2, hopefully, here and here. And so the traditional way, of course, is we follow PEMDAS. So 2 squared has to be done first, so that's 4. We still have to times by -3, okay? 5 times 2, of course, is 10. And don't forget we have a -6 there. So what's next, of course, is -3 times 4 is -12. And then when I add it with the 10, I get -2 minus 6, and that, of course, is -8. Okay? And so that's the normal process. So because I don't have a lot of space, guys, I'm going to keep erasing as I do each quantity, right? And I'll use all the space and write a little bit larger as well. So let me go ahead and erase this. And so let's do the next value, 3. So here we go. We got -3, and we're going to plug in the 3. We're going to square it. We're going to add 5 times 3 minus 6. So again, power first. 3 squared is 9. And 9 times -3 is -27. Plus 5 times 3 is 15 minus 6. And let's see what we get here. We get -12 minus 6. So that's -18. Okay, -18. Okay, so let's try the next value, 4 here. Again, I'm just going to keep erasing as I do each one. So if you want to see my work, unfortunately, you're going to have to rewind or pause it each time. Okay, so let's try 4 in green here. So I'm going to do -3 times 4 squared plus 5 times 4. Again, I'm plugging in 4 for x, right? So you can see right here I'm going to get 16. And 16 times -3 is -48. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 minus 6. So I get -28 minus 6, which is -34. Again, notice my table is not symmetric. Okay, we did not find the vertex first and find the right numbers, in other words, that we normally do in class. Okay, so that one's that one. Got 2 more. And then you're going to see how much quicker and easier synthetic can be. Okay, so again, let's now do the 5 in gold here. So -3 times 5 squared plus 5 times 5 minus 6. Okay, 5 squared is 25. Times -3 is -75. Plus 25 minus 6. And so you notice I'm going to get -50 minus 6, which is -56. Okay? Now, to save a little time, how about this? Let's not do number 6. Alright? And now I'm going to do these same 4 values, starting over again with synthetic. So here we have the same thing. Again, we're not going to do number 6, right? See how I erased number 6? Let's just do the 4 that are here. So, how does synthetic work again? All I do is just take my coefficients and my constant here, guys. It's like doing ABC with quadratic formula, if you're familiar with that. But I'm just going to take my numbers there, as you can see. That's easy to remember, right? And let's say I plug in the 2. I'll do the 2 in red here. So here's the process. I bring down my first number, and then I just multiply. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Notice I brought it up here, and now I'm just going to combine these two. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. Notice how the math is really simple. Right? And now I'm going to do 2 times negative 1 and get negative 2, put it up here. And of course, what's negative 6 minus 2? Negative 8. And notice, that's the same value I got right there, isn't it? Same exact value, but the math is easier and it's actually a quicker process. Right? So pause the video if you want to study this a little bit. Okay, so if it's okay, guys, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to erase, and so I have enough space here, and just do the next 3 values one at a time. So here we go. So in green, I'm going to do 3. So I'm going to start out again with negative 3, 5, negative 6. Again, they just came from the equation up here, right? And this time I'm plugging in 3. So again, I just bring down a negative 3. I multiply right here. Okay, I multiply right there. I get negative 9. I put it up there. 5 minus 9 is negative 4. I multiply 3 times negative 4. I get negative 12 here. And I get negative 18, don't I? It's almost like magic if you think about it. Again, see? Same exact value in my previous table. Alright, so let's do the next one. Let's do 4. So I'll do that one in purple here. So 4, I'm going to again take just negative 3, 5, negative 6. And this time I'm plugging in the 4. Bring down the negative 3. Multiply here, negative 12. 5 minus 12 is negative 7, right? 4 times negative 7, negative 28. I get negative 34. Negative 34. And if I look, sure enough, same exact value. All right, one more, and I guarantee it's going to match up again. I won't erase this time. I have enough space down here. So here we go. I'm going to, again, plug in the 5. Okay, I guess I'll use red this time again. So I'm going to bring down the negative 3. When I multiply, that's negative 15. 5 minus 15 is negative 10. When I multiply, I get negative 56. And negative 56 minus 6 is negative 62. Wait a minute, I didn't get the same value, did I? Did I make a mistake anywhere? Where did I make my mistake? Let's backtrack here a little bit. Okay, follow the green, guys. We brought down the negative 3 when we multiply negative 15, right? Oh, silly me. What's 5 times negative 10, guys? That's negative 50. Sorry, I was doing negative 56 in my head there, right? All right, so notice negative 6. Look right here in purple, guys. Negative 6 minus 50 is negative 56. And sure enough, negative 56 is the exact same value I got there. So sorry for my silly mistake, guys. But guys, I hope you agree that synthetic here, I get the same exact values, but I can do it much quicker and faster using math that is much more simpler to use, right? All I'm doing, notice, in the whole process is either multiplying, adding, and subtracting. Whereas here, I have to do squares, right? I have to deal with more negatives usually, and the math can be a little bit more complicated, okay? But long story short, guys, I hope you now got a little better feel for synthetic. Again, this is another one of those videos where you ought to rewind, maybe watch again and again. Practice the synthetic substitution, okay? So anyways, until next time, bye.